Going live. Oh, I'm live. Hello. Maybe that's light enough. I can't tell. Sometimes I'm light and sometimes I'm dark in this camera in this room, but I could be dark. The window behind me is light. I'm not sure of this angle. That's me a little lighter, maybe, huh? That's good. Welcome. I'm Kristen. I'm the director of the Island Free Library on Block Island, and this is Frankenstein Tea. This is a daily program with me. I try to post every day at 3 p.m. to the YouTube channel a short story and a small check-in as a way to stay connected to the patrons and for the patrons to keep connected to the library. Sometimes we do a little check-in. Other times, we do a little, it's not a discussion, is it? It's a one-sided discussion. Maybe it's called an update. So I want to, how are you today? How you doing? That kind of stuff. I'm drinking a nice sip of iced coffee today, homemade. I've been trying to figure out my day off plan here today. It is Monday, August 3rd, and Mondays are a day off for me. And so, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do, what I'm going to read, when I'm going to read. Am I going to be live? Am I going to be early? Do I have time for the beach? Should I swim? Boy, tragedies of, modern living here on Block Island, huh? So tragic. But I am going to go try to swim, and I want to swim and get back when my kiddo gets out of his job. I like to see him on Monday night, my day off. So I am a little early. It is 2:08, not that early, but a little early. And yesterday I read something from David Foster Wallace. I hope you enjoyed that. And that made a reference to Kafka. Of course, it was an essay about his teaching and some of his understanding of Kafka and his work. It also made a reference to Flannery O'Connor. Flannery O'Connor, I think. Not Flannery Connery, right? No, Flannery O'Connor. And, that is a dark story, dark for me, Gothic, Southern Gothic, that I have read a few times and always think I can brave reading it to you. And I thought it today, that was one of the torments of today was, if you can't read this horrible, dark Southern story on this most perfect New England summer day, what day can you read it? But I still couldn't read it today. But I will get to that. I might get to it this week. I think, I still haven't looked, but I think I'm celebrating 100 episodes on the YouTube channel. Someday this week will be my 100th episode. And so I'm feeling a bunch of things to celebrate and read and to get to. But not today. Sorry if you were looking forward to Kafka. Not today. Day off. Taking a day off. Enjoying my iced coffee. Thinking about what I'm going to get from Aldo's on my way to the beach, thinking about a swim, thinking about coming home and seeing my kid. But I do have a short story. So from Almost Famous Women, Stories by Megan Mayhew Bergman. I read from this recently. I read the Butterfly McQueen story. This book was published by Scribner, a division of Simon & Schuster, Inc., New York, New York, in 2015. For today, I'm reading Expression Theory. Elle drinks from a broken teacup and splits her lip. She doesn't wipe the blood with a napkin, but sucks it away, glaring up at her mother with crooked eyes. I don't take pleasure in summer eggs, Elle says. Why do you speak in irregular sentences? Her mother asks. I have no native tongue, Elle says. What do you expect? There's a chamber pot on the couch and the house smells terrible in the heat. A boiled egg sits on the plate in front of her. Elle cuts it open but doesn't eat. This offends her mother, she can tell. She knows what her mother is thinking. These eggs cost money. Elle is choreographing in her head again, making mental diagrams, the arch of a back, a lunge, a flexed foot. Her own bare feet tap the floor of the rental flat. She wants to stumble upon an invisible idea and render it with her body, amplify it. She feels something savage and raw inside and wants to show it on the stage or in a patron's garden. She wants to begin a discussion underneath the orange trees. Lucia, her mother says, leaning on the counter in her outdated coffee-stained couture, you need to empty the pot. I'm working. Nonsense. Elle's imagination is back in Antibes, the bas and the bas de anges, and dances in the woods with unshowered, muscular girls in tunics, loose hair tumbling down their backs. They give nighttime shows, the flicker of oil lamps on their damp skin. Her muscles were firmer then. She spoke 3 languages. She was on the verge of something. Her thoughts were the color of moss, and her head was teeming with them. The ideas were crawling all over her body like the fat worms she used to feed the rooster after a rain, the lonely one who crowed in the city streets at dawn, the one who sought shelter behind a fetid waste bin. Elle, the pot. Remember the pot. But Elle remembers the olive grove and the moon. Those are doorways in her imagination. If you have dreamed of something taboo, she thinks, say your brother's tongue. You must not let the image go. You must let it unlock something for you artistically because it's part of the rhythm. You must let the native tongue torture you slowly, make you ask what in the pit of humanity makes you want to turn away. What does the moral filter look like? What might the arm do? The leg? She taps her foot. Elle, the pot is stinking up the room. Stop tapping. If you have fingered a rose blossom, she thinks, you know the shape of a clitoris. You picture it between your teeth. You squeeze it with your fingers. How can I make the shape of that feeling? What color is a lunge? What does an arabesque sound like? Why has she stopped dancing? Stentenza? Wasim? The string of broken engagements? A wounded ego? Last week, when she couldn't answer this question, she went walking. Her mother called it tramping, but she went walking, stumbling through the streets with her dark hair unbrushed. She was hungry, almost catatonic, until she found a man she could press up against, a man who would give her bread. The pot! Elle stands up. She grabs a chair and hurls it at her mother, who shields her face. The chair lands on the floor, leg breaking. How can the body be like the chair? Who is watching? Her life is a performance. Aggression is ugly in a woman. What color is it? Last night, the man who broke her heart walked into her father's birthday party as if it was nothing, as if her body had meant nothing to him, as if she had given him nothing. She was once a silverfish, her body swallowed in a costume of scales. He had been in the audience, watching. What if I bastardized a grand plie, assumed the position of birth, squatted down like a woman in the Amazon? Elle thinks as her mother sobs, would that look useful? Elle retreats to her room. Her walls are painted black and they smell like the woods at night. Her curtains are made of punctured records and they sound like gunfire. She is a tree and all her leaves are on the ground. She is naked, picked clean. She is a river, barren. That was Expression Theory from a book of short stories with the title Almost Famous Women by Megan Mayhew Bergman. So not Kafka, but perhaps not light either. But as Frankenstein Tea goes, that's an episode, and I'll see you tomorrow at 3. Thanks for coming. Enjoy your afternoon. Mask up, wash your hands, and keep a safe distance from each other. Peace.